Right, so welcome back. We are going to go ahead and get started on creating our clickable prototype. So let's take a look at what that entails for us. So in turning our sketches into a mobile app, it actually allows us to quickly test a concept or to put it in front of people in order to get feedback. It also allows us to move forward with the design without having to design every single pixel on the screen. So in this case, the paper prototype should be saving us time, and if we're actually using this in the workplace, it should actually save us a fair amount of money as well, just in this early ideation process. So what you'll need if you are in my interactive design class is you will need a smartphone with a camera, preferably. So here I've got I have a camera on my iPhone. You'll need your sketches on paper. So this is blank, but ideally this will have all of my sketches. You don't want to use your Crazy Eights. You'll actually want to use the paper that has the 3 different sketches of your app, or if you have more sketches, that's fine. But essentially it's just a screen-by-screen flow of what your app would look like. And then for this class, at least you'll need software called Marvel. So if you go to marvelapp.com/apps, or if you just go look them up in the Play Store or the the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, make sure you download Marvel app, all one word. If you type in just Marvel, you'll see a bunch of comic book things. And once you download those apps and once you download the Marvel app and you create a username and password and sign in, you will then go ahead and load all the photos to your prototype. So I'm going to go ahead and open this in a bit. So here's a quick step-by-step of how to create a paper prototype, at least the digital manifestation of it. It's fairly, it won't be too complicated. So in this case, you'll draw the screens, which you've done. You will upload the photos of your sketches to the software, which you're about to do. You'll then create hotspots to link those screens together. And then the fourth one, you'll actually generate a URL so that you can send it to your friends or send it to someone on your design team for more feedback. So I am going to go ahead and switch over my view to here. Okay, so in Marvel, I have created an account, I've signed in, I've created a project, and I've loaded all the images to my project. So in this case, you'll see that I have 3 different screens that currently live in this project file that I've lovingly called iPhone app. So what we need to do is actually draw a series of hotspots on our screens in order to direct the software to send the user from one screen to the next. And those hotspots, you can embed certain types of actions that it's looking for and also assign it certain reactions. So here I'll go ahead and tap on the first screen, and here it says together we run, and then there's sign up and sign in. So here I'm going to tap and kind of move around this blue rectangle here. So this is what we call a hotspot. This is this invisible blue box that tells the software that when the user interacts with that particular area on the screen, that I want the user to then see something else. So in this case, let me go and remove that. So I will actually add that blue box again. I'll use the top right corner that says add link, and then it'll kind of pop this thing up for me. So I will drag this to where I need my hotspot to go, and I will create a wider box. So again, this is completely invisible to the user who's testing it. It is visible to me because I'm currently building the prototype. So here in the menu, there's a little target icon and then a remove trash can. So what I want to do is use that target icon when I tap there. I'm going to link it to another screen. So here I'm on you'll see here the left says current screen. Then there's 2 different drawings to the right of it. I actually want to link it to the following drawing. And here at the bottom, you'll actually notice a couple of neat slide transitions. So this is essentially the effect of transitioning from one screen to the next. So if I were to interact with that hotspot, if I were to tap on it, I could have one screen fade out and the other screen fade in, or I can push one screen into the next, etc. I don't want anything too fancy for mine, so I'll just hit none. and then I will hit done. So here I have one hotspot. If I had more screens or more buttons that were active, I would certainly continue building more hotspots, but I'm not. So I will dismiss the menu and then I'll hit done in that top left corner. And then now I will go to my next screen. So here I've pre-filled in, sorry, these hotspots. But if I wanted to repeat my process again, I would hit the add link button and it would pull up the menu and I would draw a box over that button. And again, I would follow that link menu and link the user to the next screen. And here I'll hit done and then done one more time to save the changes. If I needed to add more images, I can use this bottom left button that has a big plus sign in it. And here you'll see a menu come up that says create design. You can add it by using your camera or you can add it using the photo gallery that you have on your phone. So Create Design is their own internal design software tool. I find that it's great for kind of really basic design work, but probably not sufficient for my digital design class. If I want to take photos of more screens that I've drawn, that's where I'll use the camera. So I don't have any other screens to add, so I will close that. But now, if I'm ready to preview my work and see what the app looks like, I'll go ahead and at the bottom right, hit the play button. And here it'll show all of my screens that have been prototyped. So here I have my landing page, and when I want someone to sign in, they would tap the sign in button at the bottom right and then go to this next screen. And then here, I've connected this check-in button at the bottom left to the following screen. So I'll tap that and that's it. So here is my prototype and it is all done. I'm going to tap and hold so that I get this menu to come back up again. Now I'll hit exit. Okay, so now if I want to send the prototype to somebody else, perhaps again, a friend, a family member, or a fellow designer whose feedback I want to gather, I will go ahead and hit the share button on the top right. And here I can directly copy the URL and drop that into WhatsApp or an email. I can also use just the native message or email client, or I can open the link in a browser and then copy and paste that and send it on along. So these are the ways that you can share the prototype. And this is pretty much the basics of paper prototyping, at least for my interactive design class. Here we're really looking at just getting the photos of your sketches into the phone, into the software in particular, and then connecting all of your screens using these invisible hotspots. Something to keep in mind, though, this is in your settings. So by default, the blue buttons don't show up. So here you don't see the blue button. It's just invisible and it's a tap target essentially for your user. However, if they get lost and they start tapping on the screen, you'll actually see the blue rectangle kind of highlight. And that's designed to give your tester a hint in terms of what to do if they get lost. I like to keep those on in my prototypes for work. However, sometimes it's valuable information to see where they get stuck and where they stop using your prototype. So you can always disable that in your settings as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the basics of paper prototyping. I hope you had a good time and I hope you learned a couple things along the way, and I look forward to seeing your paper prototypes in class.